Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Aldridge out there with John Henson, and it's Hood in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Pistons, Joel Embiid out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then there's Gordon. Then there's Terry Rozier. And it's Ingles in at the 3 spot. Now here's McCollum. Drops in the layup for 2. Well, we have 2 teams tonight, Steve, that love to take their time working it up court. When you played, which were the best teams at grinding it out in slower games?
You know, I think the Chicago Bulls, that triangle offense, I mean, they ran on fast break on their defense, but on the offensive end, they wanted to wear you down with that triangle offense. And the teams that had dominant post players, they would get it down to them, make you double team, the ball would move around. And that was pretty much Shaq teams and Akeem Olajuwon teams, guys who had dominant centers.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a 3-point opportunity. And the 4-year, $196 million Supermax extension signed by Damian Lillard this offseason. Dame Dollar living up to one of his many nicknames, but money well spent by the Blazers.
Now, here's Kuzma. 8 points his last outing. Shot clock at 5. And it's Gordon missing.
This is the shot you want, right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hood. Last outing for the Pistons, it was a loss to the 76ers in Philadelphia. Pass to Embiid. Shoots over Henson. Trying to get open is Kuzma. And Henson sends it back. Outside Hood. He can't get it to go. And Detroit the other way now. To the middle. And stolen by Hood. Lillard against Rozier. Lillard outside. Over Rozier. Knocks down the 10-footer.
And he can score from all over the court. But Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area. But sometimes, even then, that's not enough.
Now, here's Kuzma. Clock at 6. Gordon, the pass to Embiid. Good on the shot.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
McCollum against Gordon. Outside Hood. Lillard way outside. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Pistons have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. They get the rebound. Here's Kuzma. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Plays with such a fearlessness. Kuzma is terrific at staying engaged and forcing the issue. And positionless basketball, all the rage, and Kyle Kuzma really fits that mold. Is he a 3? Is he a 4? I don't know, but he gets buckets.
Free throw good, Kuzma. And very light-footed is Kuzma. Moves well for his size.
You know, kind of a tweener in terms of build, but he has the ability to light up that scoreboard, something every team can use.
That one drops. He ties it up. 1:52 left to play in the first. Mills passes to Trent. Now here's Hood. A 3-ball. Rebounded by Maker.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Cross contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Beautiful touch close in. Kuzma excels at taking advantage down low.
The Pistons shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. On the free throw, no good. And so it's Mills who will bring it up for Portland. Trailing by 2. Last time they met was in Portland this season.
Well, in that one, they just had everything working offensively. It's a lot of fun when you get into that kind of a group.
You know, I love what the coaches did tonight. They pushed the right buttons time and time again.
Here's Hood. Got a piece of it. Here's Mikhailuk. The pass to Smith. Over to the wing. Here's Kuzma. Collins with some nice D.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Trent passes to Mills. Outside Hood. It's stolen by Smith. And they're moving it up. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Scooped up. Shot clock at 6. Second chance shot, and it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Unselfish play by Hood. Could take it himself, but finds the open man.
Here's Smith. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. Tie game in Detroit. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And guys, what's your take on the Pistons so far?
I really thought that everything seemed to fall into place for them in that first quarter.
Sometimes you have a quarter where everything just goes according to plan. Superb start to this game for them.
Mike Scott out there with Maker. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. Then it's Dennis Smith. And it's Mikhailuk in at the shooting guard position. They're the group Detroit will start the second with. Now here's Kuzma. 6 to shoot. Over Mills. There's Maker. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
This is what you get from Maker. A legit 7-footer who brings the energy.
Hood, the pass to Trent. Drops in the tray. Trent's got 5 points so far.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Passes it to Scott. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play, but they'll get another chance. And the rejection by Collins. To the wing right side. Here's Trent. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. He's got 7. Opening day, Steve, for some teams, it's a fresh start, and for others, it's the first step toward settling unfinished business, taking care of what they didn't do the previous season.
Yeah, you're right, Kevin. I think those teams that came very close to maybe winning a championship or being there, those are the guys that are hungry, and those are the organization. They are chomping at the bit to start the season.
Well, one area that has slowed the Pistons the last decade is their player development.
Yeah, you look at their roster, very few homegrown players. The Pistons haven't had a lot of hits with their first-round picks. To be a top team, you need to have a front office that can build from within.
group here for Portland. Collins. LaMarcus Aldridge comes in for Saric. McCollum's checked in for Rodney Hood. And it's Damian Lillard in for Patty Mills. Now, here's Rozier. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Maker. He can't get that one to fall. Now Portland takes it the other way. Here's Trent. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're getting some momentum, some confidence. Nice flow.
McCollum against Gordon. Down low, Embiid, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Embiid's got his 2nd basket.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Lillard from deep three-point land, and the Trailblazers another 3.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Pass to Ingles. Maker with the ball. Back to Ingles. Over Aldridge. And he knocks down the jumper. Ingles has got his first bucket in this one. Trailblazers leading by 4. And his teammates call him old man, say he looks like a 40-year-old farmer. But Joe Ingles, Smitty, much more than meets the eye.
You know what, Kevin? He's a star in his role. He's gotten better and better. He's a guy who can impact winning on a nightly basis.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And one of those little spark plug guys, Terry Rozier, plays the game with Greg, I think, a chip on his shoulder.
I mean, the story goes, as a kid, when his temper flared, his mother would have to sit on him until he cooled down. He's learned to channel that fire and emotion into his game.
That's good from Rozier. So he gets them both.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
Lillard, right side. Pass to Aldridge. That shot off the mark. And the Pistons now going the other way.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
And here is Rozier. There's Gordon with the 3. It's rebounded by Aldridge.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Trent passes to Henson. McCollum outside. The 3. Knocks down the 3-ball. McCollum's got 5 points so far.
How can you leave this guy that wide open? Please. That's terrible.
Rozier the pass to Gordon. Now the feed to Embiid. And after he missed the first 2 seasons of his career, Greg, with a broken bone in his foot, would injuries be your main concern for Joel Embiid?
Look, no doubt about it. As long as he's healthy, he's an all-league performer. Still, 7-footers carry a lot of weight in our league. He wants to prove he can play big minutes. They just got to make sure they protect him.
Well, free throw drops for Embiid.
And good job they're doing at the line this quarter. They'll need to continue converting those free throws.
So both teams making some changes here. And Embiid drops them both.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfectly aligned so far here in the second quarter.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
It'll go. The Portland lead is cut down to just one on the bucket from Smith.
A physical player. Even when you hit Smith Jr., he doesn't blink. Wills those shots in.
McCollum against Gordon. Now McCollum. Shoots over Embiid. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Portland out in front, up by one. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, it's a hard game so far. Going into the second half, what will you tell your team?
You just got to compete. You know, keep competing, trust each other, and make plays.
All right, Coach, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. Nothing seemed to give way on either side of the scoring column as they wrapped up the period all knotted up. The second quarter was a tight battle, but they were the slightly better team. Not by very much, however. What'd you think about Portland, Kenny?
Well, their reserves showed up tonight. Not just on hustle plays, but in points. And that's what you got to do coming off the bench to maximize your minutes.
Shaq, what'd you think about the Pistons?
Aggressive. I called them up earlier. I like it. They're taking it hard to the rack, dictating the pace, setting the physical tone. You're not going to get that by launching threes all night. Everybody knows that.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. And here's Rozier. He brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. It's a one-point game. When this game is done, they'll be off to take on the Raptors. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Aldridge out there with Rodney Hood. And it's Henson in at the center, filling out the middle. Here's Lillard after Eric Gordon's bucket. Now here's Lillard. 7 points in the game. It's not going to go for him. Good D by Embiid. Lillard's gone 2 for 5 tonight. To the inside, Kuzma. And Kuzma slams it in.
And with his size and athletic ability, playing above the rim, not an issue for Kuzma.
Here's Lillard. Basket counts. Lillard's got 9. Smitty, I heard this the other day, letting a player stay in the game after his 6th foul, but granting an extra free throw to the other team. What do you think of that?
Kevin, that's crazy. I mean, no way.
I knew you'd say that. I knew you would say that.
I do summer league games, and I watched this 10 fouls. There's no way we could have had that many fouls when I played. We have to keep it at 6 foul, and you're out.
Henson's shot is off.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Lillard against Rozier. And there's the pass to Kuzma. No good on the 3. Trailblazers have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. And the basket by Lillard.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
And you know what? There was probably a better matchup on the floor, but when it goes in, nobody complains.
There's Embiid. C.J. McCollum comes up with the rebound. Portland leading. Fast break. Here we go. Here's Hood. That one, no good. Detroit's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Rozier. Here's Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
There's no bigger play in a close game than a putback slam.
Oh, and that one's got them all hyped up. Wow.
They're bringing the energy, the hustle, the fight, and they also didn't give up on that possession.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
What's up?
Well, what's not to like about Joel Embiid? A physical specimen at over 7 feet tall, all the skill in the world, and a personality made for stardom.
Now, here's Lillard. He's got 11. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Lillard's got 14.
He's given a great lift to this offense tonight. Very, very efficient.
Passes it to Embiid over Aldridge, and Embiid the bucket on the assist by Makers. 11 points for Joel Embiid. You talk about Embiid's personality, whether it's on the court or through social media. Greg, he's not shy speaking his mind.
One of the best trash talkers in the league. He doesn't hold back, but it's never personal. He's embracing the spirit of competition.
Portland with the ball. The Pistons leading. Pass to Mikhailuk. The Pistons working the ball around now. Rozier kicks to Maker for three. They grab their own miss, and the action on hold as it appears there's been an injury. Yep, he's definitely in a bad way out there right now. Tough to see.
And I feel like we see this all too often. Injuries, they play such a big part of the game.
Well, the explosive moments, the quick change of direction, a lot of stress put on the body.
The Pistons making a change here. Scott's checked in. Checked in for the Trailblazers. Mills comes in for Damian Lillard.
And let's look at some numbers for Dennis Smith. Last season's performance for him. He put up about 13 points a game last season, 4 assists and 3 rebounds. And the numbers, nothing spectacular in his rookie season, but he's still got a lot of room for growth.
Let's forget last year. That was about development. This year, it's about contributing.
And he makes that one. And the Trailblazers lead by 1. Neither side has relented a bit in this back-and-forth affair.
And you can sense the energy in the building already as this game is starting to build towards having a terrific finish.
Now, here's Scott. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. 5 to shoot. Beyond the arc. Again, the miss by the Pistons. They time it right. They can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
Great balance and body control for a big. Aldridge powers through some pretty good defense there.
Smith the pass to Maker. Rozier for 3. Collins grabs the miss. Trailblazers leading by 3. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have. Staying aggressive and playing under control.
Inside. Here's Aldridge. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Aldridge has got 6.
That's a bad dude right there. Aldridge taking the hit, shakes it off, or the score.
Smith fires from way outside. And we've reached the end of the third. Portland out in front, ending the third quarter with a 13-5 run. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Whatever the offense requires, that has to be your mindset. Always thinking team first.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. They've got Gordon. Mike Scott out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then there's Terry Rozier. And it's Mikhailuk in its small forward. That's the group for Detroit right now. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And the first one drops. Joe Ingles, who's checked in for the Pistons. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Henson's checked in. Both good from the line that time. Pistons trail by 7. Rozier looking around. Pass to Kuzma. And it's sent back by Aldridge.
Aldridge has all the tools to protect the rim. He's only averaged 1 block a game for his career, but he got it done on that play.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
Here's Gordon following the score by Rodney Hood. 6 on the shot clock. Outside, Scott. Detroit needs to get off a shot. On deep. Portland grabs the miss. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Here's Hood. And again, it's Portland converting. And every so often, Steve, we'll see 2 teammates fighting over a rebound. You ever have a teammate upset with you for stealing his rebound?
A lot, Kevin. All the bigs I played with, those guys hated when guards came in. They would elbow you, and if you're on their same team, saying get out of here, especially for a lot of those bigs. It was a lot of rebound incentives in their contract, so they wanted to grab every rebound.
Lillard's checked in for Patty Mills. Outside Gordon. Detroit, no good that time either.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And here's the upcoming schedule for the Trailblazers. On Sunday, they'll be playing against James Harden and the Houston Rockets. And then on Tuesday, the Minnesota Timberwolves will come into town. And he makes the first. And so McCollum nails both of them. So much new technology, a lot of it so exciting, Steve. Did you see the demo of the jersey that can change a player's name and number the other day? Wow, that was something.
I did. I saw the demonstration that Adam Silver did. It is fantastic. I was thinking about myself, Kevin. I played for 7 teams. That's a lot of changing of the name and number.
Now here's Lillard. McCollum up top. And McCollum with the slam.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes. When it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
When he was drafted, Damian Lillard said he wanted to go to the Blazers with the 6th pick. The opportunity to play right away and be embraced by the city of Portland.
Akers checked in for Mike Scott. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, was Dwayne Casey just going over the game plan with his team down the stretch? He said, do you want this game? Don't tell me about it. Show me and show your teammates. We've got to play better, and we've got to play harder if we're going to come back. Right?
Thank you, David. And Damian Lillard says, Greg, win or lose, he wants to stay important. He keeps his residence there year-round.
And talk about his loyalty. In high school, lightly recruited, he ends up committing to Weber State. His senior year, all the big schools come calling, and Lillard kept his commitment. That shows you how he's built.
Now here's Gordon after the miss from Damian Lillard, stolen by Henson. McCollum dishes to Lillard. 1:43 left in the fourth quarter. McCollum with the ball, and it's Gordon picking him up. Lillard misses. And here's Rozier. He brings it up for the Pistons. They have yet to put up any points here in the fourth.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by Portland.
Now here's McCollum. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Hood against Ingles. Hood gets the bucket.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having...
Welcome to 2K Sports for another. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. They've got Jared Allen. Zach LaVine is out there with DJ Augustin. Then it's Anthony Davis, and it's Hutchinson in at the 3. And for Minnesota, we've got Randall. Markelle Fultz out there with Malik Beasley. Then there's Jonathan Isaac, and it's Bryant in at the 5, roaming the paint, and it's good, 2 points. And early in the season, Clark, rotations getting settled. How important do you think it is to have players who really embrace their roles on that team?
You know, I think it's a combination of accepting and embracing your roles, really relishing what it is you're to do and to star in what your particular role is. And finding that out oftentimes is a work in progress even throughout the season.
And probably managing maybe some disappointment if you aren't in the role you thought you were going to be in.
Well said. Exactly right.
Beasley, and it's Beasley finishing it off.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with two hands on that stuff.
Yeah, highly efficient. Nothing extra special there. Just effective.
Now here's Allen. A floater, and Levine lays it in.
Nice touch on the floater. Another tool that Levine's developed. And he's becoming a better all-around scorer for sure.
Fultz the pass to Randall. Beasley outside. Five on the clock. The 10-footer. And misses it off the right side of the rim. The Bulls have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Levine kicks to Augustine. Allen outside. Pass to Levine. Over Beasley. And it's Levine that time on the assist by Allen.
Yeah, the easy hoop assisted by Allen that time. He's developed a nice passing game.
Here's Fultz. Trying to get open as Randall. That one drops for him.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Levine. No good that time. Nice D from Bryant. Timberwolves have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Well, you just watch Levine play, and you can see the athleticism he possesses. Greg just explodes anytime he wants to.
And guys, with Levine, the speed and first step have always been there for him. But you can see the strength he's added to his game since his rookie year whenever he goes at the rim.
Bobby Portis is checked in for Bryant. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And, you know, even though in today's game floor spacing is all the rage, the last 5 years the Wolves attempted the fewest threes in the league. And when they did shoot them, they didn't make very many of them.
Timberwolves leading by 3. Here's Fultz. And he drops it in from the low post. Fultz has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, I like watching Fultz use his ball handling skills. Excellent purpose with the dribble. He knows how to shake free to get a shot.
Here's Davis. Uses the glass to finish the way. And on top of their troubles from range, the Wolves have also had trouble on the defensive glass.
Yeah, and if you can't rebound and you're not shooting it well, you've got to figure out who you're going to be. Your identity is in question. That's what the Wolves are trying to figure out. Who are we? What do we do well? How do we win? How do we succeed? Get to the next level and answer that question.
Fultz, no good. Bulls trail by 3. To the paint. Here's Allen. That's good. And it's Levine with the assist.
Boy, a terrific find. Levine plays mostly the 2, but he came into the league as a point guard.
Now the pass to Randall. And Davis sends it back. Beasley against Levine from 11 feet away. Moves back up. In deep. Davis drops it in. Davis has got 6.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways. And that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
And Davis throws it down.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision, excellent.
Now Fultz, 14 points from him the last game against the Rockets in Houston.
And he also looked to attack at the defensive end of the floor. 3 steals in that game.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim, that's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
Loads it up for Davis. The alley-oop layup, very well done.
Yeah, nice vision from the little fellow there, Augustine. Making it easy for his teammates by finding the open man.
Shot to stop the run, and Davis sends it back. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will take possession here. There's Trier with the 3. Anthony Davis firing on all cylinders where they should. Bobby Portis, who's known for his work ethic, said he learned a lot.
He gets up at 3, 4 in the morning.
And she was a basketball player in her own right. Greg, a scholarship at Jackson State University.
Yeah, and gave up basketball when she had Bobby, but she encouraged him to pursue his dream, and she said now she's living her dream through him.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for Chicago.
They pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
So for Chicago right now, they've got Taurean Prince, Valentine out there with Dunn. Then it's Anthony Davis, and it's Gafford into the center. Dunn passes to Davis. And that one is off. Great D that time from Gibson. And the former Razorback, Bobby Portis, took a few years to find his spot in the NBA. Now he does produce.
And great big man to bring in off the bench. Good size and quickness combination, and will always give you scoring with that second unit.
And here are the Bulls now after the basket by Minnesota. They get it back. And that one's good by Davis. Davis has got the lead up to 5 now for Chicago.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Thomas Bryant is checked in for Bobby Portis. Let's try it. Well, while we have a second, let's go to the 2K leaderboard for a list of the league's top shooters from last season. You look at Bryant, 4th in the league and as consistent as they come.
Put the ball in the bucket. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? I mean, just ask him. He'll have the answer for you.
Here's Trier, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, one of the things that the NBA has been forward-thinking about is always accepting new ideas. They've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. A mid-season tournament, a postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. Now, all of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Kevin?
BA, great assessment, good report, thank you so much. Mark, you know, some players just don't need a lot of rest. They can play basketball all day, every day, and don't want to be taken out. They've all got a lot of engine in them.
Yeah, they do. 24/7 guys, we call them. They don't need a lot of fuel, and it seems like they never are out of fuel. Guys like Paul George and Russell Westbrook come to mind.
Pass to Okogie to the left wing. Here's Gibson. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely asleep.
Bryant passes to Trier. Shot clock at 2, and it's blocked. tied with it. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Magic in Orlando. Dunn shot's good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now, here's Bryant. 14 points from him the last game against Houston.
And equally impressive on the backboards. I thought his rebounding was huge.
Bryant with it. Started by Davis. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. The Bulls leading by 9. And here's Levine. From deep three-point range. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Chicago. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. A tremendous game we're seeing from Anthony Davis. He had 18 points, 4 rebounds, and that should do.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. You know, Davis has been exceptional here, guys.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, we've got Markelle Fultz. Ryan is out there with Randall. Then it's Malik Beasley. And it's Isaac in at the 3 spot.
Kevin, for a young player, I like the way Fultz sees the floor. He knows and feels when a guy is open.
And the officials call a traveling violation. Here's what the Minnesota Timberwolves have lined up on their schedule. On Friday, they'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Then on Saturday, they'll go up against the Spurs in San Antonio. And Coach Jim Boylan agreeing to a multi-year extension with the Bulls this summer, Greg.
And taking that interim tag off his title as head coach, Boylan, with over 30 years of coaching experience, afforded the opportunity to continue developing this young core.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
And Davis can't get it to go. Timberwolves trail by 5. And Beasley, here we go. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. Fultz has got 4 assists now tonight. Augustine looking around. Over Randall. Augustine, no luck. The Timberwolves shooting around 41% on the night. To the inside, Fultz. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
On a nice little roll here to start this half, connecting on their first 3 attempts.
And that's to Davis. Outside, Levine. Back to Davis. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
And, you know, gotta admire the patience inside from Davis. Outstanding at staying under control, taking his time, and burying the quality shot.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Portis is checked in. And that one falls for Anthony Davis. Mark, the level of nuance and the footwork that keeps evolving every few years. Talk about the changes that you have seen from the time you've played to the exquisite footwork we see now.
Well, you know, some of my peers would say that these guys are being allowed to walk. They haven't talked about as good footwork. So you work with Reggie and other guys, and I hear them all the time saying guys are getting away with carrying the ball and so forth. But the footwork is pretty good. I mean, when you think about it, the step-back three-point shot, the ability to make plays off the dribble, all attributed to footwork. I think it's just an evolution of the game. As players see more and more of excellent work on the court, they're able to emulate it a lot sooner and a lot better.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Second shot opportunity. Got that one. The Bulls lead has been cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Isaac.
Well, you have to keep Isaac off the boards. I mean, when he's that close to the rim and has good position, he's a threat to grab a bunch of rebounds.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
Put your hands together for your Timberwolves.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Taj Gibson's checked in for Julius Randle. Okogie comes in for Isaac, and it's Trier in for Fultz. Now here's Valentine. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Inside, Allen. And he finishes nicely on the layup. And the Bulls lead by 4.
Boy, good touch inside. I mean, Allen does have a nice-looking shot, but he's really at home near the hoop.
Trier passes to Gibson. Here's Portis. Takes the 12-footer and hits. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Passes it to Valentine. Levine with it. He kicks to Dunn. Here's Levine. Over Beasley. Just 5 on the clock. Levine can't hit.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now. Boy, you've got to give a lot of credit to Josh Okogie. I mean, he was the 20th pick in the 2018 draft, and really well ahead of the curve as a rookie, and even saw starter minutes later on in the season. That's a great get for them.
And the first one at the line is good. Prince is checked in for Chicago. And it's tied up with that one. 56 seconds left in the third. Dunn looking over the floor. Shoots over Portis. Dunn's shot's good. Dunn's got his second bucket.
Well, I tell you, it's awesome. Absolutely awesome to see Dunn work in his effective mid-range game. So sharp, so accurate, so timely.
Good work there as it goes. Trier's got the game tied up here for Minnesota. Now, here's Dunn. Great D that time from Portis.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Here's Trier for the lead with 2 seconds left. That shot no good. That's the end of the third, and it's all tied up. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Chicago with the ball. When this game is done, they'll be off to Miami to take on the Heat. That'll be the third game of this 3-game road trip. Taking a look at the Bulls, Levine and Valentine are the wingmen. Then there's Dunn, and there's Davis, and it's Gafford into the pivot spot, manning the middle. Ball's knocked loose. Okogie, the pass to Beasley. To take the lead, 6 to shoot. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And offensively, they seem to have turned a corner.
Yeah, I don't know if it's coincidence or not, but a much better half since they changed hoops. And they're really looking strong here.
And the shot goes in.
And this team, they love Levine's talent, but more important now, they love the hard work and the improvement that's following.
Beasley kicks to Isaac. The pass to Bryant. tees off on that one. And the Bulls going the other way now. Beasley against Dunn. On target from 13 feet. And the Bulls lead by 1.
I'll tell you what, Dunn has excellent shooting for him. Just a smooth operator from that spot on the floor.
Minnesota calls timeout.
And the young Timberwolves head coach, Ryan Saunders, son of former Minnesota coach Flip Saunders, about as great of a pedigree you could ask for as a young coach.
Well, guys, you've heard me talk about the DNA when it relates to players. It's the same with coaches. I mean, Ryan has grown up seeing his dad coach at a high level. The late Flip Saunders, one of our favorites in the business. He spent his whole life around basketball, so he has a great way with players and a real good understanding of the game, too. A modern-day approach for a young coach.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Ryan Saunders' huddle. With this game still up for grabs, he told his team, hey, we're in position to take this one, guys. Let's stay focused and stay together, and we'll get it done. We'll see how it plays out, Kevin.
You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about. Terrific accuracy on that pass. That's how you lead your teammate.
Now here is Augustine, guarded by Fultz, and Davis can't get it to go.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Out to the right wing. Three-pointer Augustine. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Levine's got his 3rd assist on the night. Pass to Randall. And just about 3 minutes through the 4th quarter here. Great D that time from Davis. On the wing, Davis. Back to Levine. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Davis against Randall. Takes the 13-footer, and that one's good by Davis. Now it's a 6-point Bulls lead.
As dangerous as he is inside, Davis gives opponents nightmares when he's able to get to the mid-range. He's very reliable when he steps back and takes the jump shot.
Randall kicks to Fultz. On the wing, Bryant. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
It's good.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Minnesota calls timeout. They're trailing by 8. We've got 1:18 left in the game. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Anthony Davis.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. Pass to Beasley. Over Augustine. Another miss by Minnesota.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
44 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Allen. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, a stalwart defender who knows his strengths on offense. I mean, Allen is a fantastic two-way threat, and he wants to get better. This is a guy whose future is bright.
It's the first that will put them up by 9. Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. And he makes both free throws.
Unflappable. This guy relishes being the man to put the game away.
34 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Now Culver to stop the run. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Yeah, and how about another trait for Culver? That elite body control, even through contact, special.
16 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Brazdeikis. Hernan Gomez covering.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
Boy, with all the contact he drew there, Greg, that would have been a heck of a bucket. He nearly got it to go.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Passes to Isaac. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Boy, nice rhythm that time. See how Isaac let it fly right off the catch? That shows you confidence in the jumper.
And so it's Chicago winning this one. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
Got a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony, this was...
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.